Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5, folks. Today we've got the Cup Series at Bristol. We're just coming off of what you would expect in the Xfinity Series, and that's a victory at Bristol. And we turn around in the Cup Series and produce a good result. I don't know, but we've got $5 million in the bank, so let's jump over to our setup, and let's buy that next car. We're going to actually buy a second short track car. Wanted to make sure I did the right thing there. 157,000 in the bank. Do we have enough to hire anybody worth anything to us? No. What do we have? 222. All right, so we have. We'll go engine. And we'll go aerodynamics. Here. And that should help us out, start to progress our team towards being able to have that extra staff to always make sure our cars are set up right. Now I'm going to make sure that this car is ready for a race today. And I'm going to finish out the rest of this and select a car. We will see you at the track with a 90 overall car for this race. We accomplished our goal. We're about a half second-ish off of pole qualifying time. There's a lot of things that we'll talk about during the race that could affect our finishing position as long as we keep it remotely clean. Perfect. I tagged the wall coming out of fourth there, trying to get as much speed as I could. Not sure how much that's going to affect us in the end as we're now in our qualifying lap, but we'll see as we bring it down on as close to the apron as we can. Driving off exit. We're still going to achieve our qualifying time goal. That's good, considering the front right of the car is pretty dented up. Cale Yarborough, Alan Kulwicki, Chase Elliott, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch round out your top 5. Lane Timbergen, AJ Hale, Taylor Carpenter, Malachi Thomas, Michael Chavez, Matthias Espinoza, Tyler Stevenson, John Perez, Eliza Bethel, Gary Norton, 21st through 30th. Timothy Mathis, David Schildhouse, Matt Malone, Sam Long, Casey Kane, Jeremiah Graham, Bernardo De Oliveira, Max Cost, Bryce Egan, and Tiana Holiday round out 31st through 40th. A little bit of pre-race information for you. Alan Kulwicki, he hates us. Cale Yarborough, pole winner. Kurt Busch goes to the back with an engine change. He hates us as well. No, he's angry with us.
Coming to the green, driver.
Well, here's where it all starts. What can we do?
Green flag, green flag. Hold your line, got one outside.
Gotta pay attention a little bit. Dale Earnhardt Sr. is a rival. Bobby Labonte is not. Inside. Richard Petty is not. We're gonna roll ourselves up to the outside lane. More room. As you can see, we're able to kind of drive it in hard. Unfortunately, we can't really do much else. We've got... Yikes. I really can't do much with Joey Logano here. We'll take a moment, kind of let a couple laps go by, figure out what we're going to do. Hopefully next time we'll keep it off the wall. I don't know why I did that, but it's all right.
Still there?
First time I've been in the game for quite a while.
Inside, slow's clear.
But here we are again, and looking forward to... putting down some races, putting out some videos, continuing to drive towards the end of the NASCAR Heat 5 series and look at other fun games to start to play.
Wow, that's fast.
My goal, obviously, 22nd place. One of the things we have to keep our eye on is lap traffic. We stay up with this bunch. We have a good chance that we'll end up in lap traffic, to which we'll go to the high line and try to work our way around everybody. For now, we're able to just hang out here in 19th place, not really making any moves. Kevin Harvick seemed to be falling back a little bit. It might be also his positioning. If we can get on the inside and hang out there, we might be able to pass him and clear him, but I'm also being pretty cautious. No reason to make any insane moves right now. Had slight contact with him there. He's going to use that inside lane, then move himself up to the middle lane again.
Still there.
Not a ton of options for us here as we're going to drop it back down inside. Start to work on trying to stick up here with Richard Petty as we have cleared Harvick for 18th place. I believe we started the race in 17th due to cars going to the back that were ahead of us. But honestly, right now, just hanging out with the group. You log a lot of laps in the beginning. You keep the car clean. You figure out what you can and can't do. As you can see, we are definitely able to do some things with this car. We've got that 10% momentum boost. We've got a 90 overall car. And folks, as you saw in the preview or in the beginning, little intro time before we got to the race, we bought another short track car. So that's a big deal for us. I think we have another short track right after this in Richmond, I believe, is where we go with the Cup car. Obviously, Richmond, not a good track for us at all. So I don't know what we're going to do with that, but we'll have to pay attention as time continues on. In that race, I mean. Our goal for the season was a top 25 in the standings overall. We're currently, I think, 27th. But I'm not positive. I feel like that, I was going to say, I think that dented my front end. No big deal. We're kind of sitting where I expected us to sit until they get to lap traffic, which is at the back of the AI drivers. They're faster than the custom drivers. We are faster than the custom drivers for now. We're not too far off of, well, what the hell was that?
Clear outside.
We're not too far off of racing or our custom drivers getting their upgrades, and so they'll be a lot more competitive as well. By the end of Season 1, I should suspect that they'll be potentially placing better than top 21 on a consistent basis, which is kind of where they are. There's 20 of them. There's 20 of the other drivers.
We got 20 more laps.
We used a little bit of force there. Move Tony Stewart out of the way, who is a rival. Jeff Gordon is not, so he's going to stay on our inside just fine as we start to push up on some of these other cars.
Stay high up here.
Dale Earnhardt jumps to the inside to get around Kyle Busch.
Careful, still there.
So I'm just trying to get on the outside of Kyle Busch as well and get off without any contact, and we do. There are 18 laps left in stage number 1. Let's see if we can start to make some more moves. I feel like we're up into some of this lap traffic here as we're going to get around Bobby Labonte. We're doing this without lap traffic. This is everybody in front of us is regular cars, so we're doing a pretty good job running this middle and high line. Maybe the drive off is where we're really good. Right here.
Careful.
That's dangerous because I know I'm pinching him, so he's going to get on his brakes so we can get around him. But it's dangerous because we have a tendency to run into the wall, too.
Clear low, bud.
There we go with Earnhardt. This isn't good. Yeah, wow.
Car there on the
I've never
inside.
seen that happen in a turn where they're willing to drive up into you. Wow.
Clear outside.
He really messed us up there, but he messed himself up really bad as well. So I can't believe that. I've never seen that before. Going through the turns, they drive down on you. Going through the... Oh, here's the leaders. They got caught up behind Matt Malone. Going through the straightaways, they drive up into you. But you guys saw that. Earnhardt drove up into us in the corner. Just turned right. That was crazy. Thankfully, we were able to get around him. And here we are in 12th place. We'll have to see how things go at the end of the race with how people are with us.
Hold your line, got one inside.
We've got 12 left in stage 1. We'll do a quick little speed up as we just kind of hang out here. I'm not going to make any crazy moves unless they come available, and you'll see them at a sped up speed. Anyway, we'll be back on the mic at the end of stage number 1.
few stage points.
Can't be mad about that, but that's just kind of how Bristol goes. They get up into lap traffic and it messes everyone else up, and we'll take it because we need everything we can get. In the next race, we kind of have a disadvantage, so we need that advantage for this race. And we come out dropping just 2 spots. Chase Elliott, Tony Stewart in front of us.
You're coming to the green. Be ready now.
Alan Kulwicki up here, too. I
Got a
don't
car coming
actually know
inside
what
now.
happened to Cale Yarborough.
Careful, still there.
Yeah, these are rivals, so we got to be careful. But they're not nearly as rival as freaking Dale Earnhardt was. That shit was crazy. We can hang with these two, though, and just roll with them for a while, keeping in our position. That'd be just fine by me. Apparently, we've got a pretty good car to be able to roll up here like this. And our drive off is just better than theirs. It's kind of
That was
awesome.
a better lap. Careful, still there.
Try to get a nice run out here. We do. Kulwicki gets a little loose. That's going to open the door for us to be right up on him. And I'm not mad about being in third. That's for dang sure.
Your mark.
We don't have a
Getting
slow
better.
car in general, but
Careful, still
wow,
there.
we're doing a really good job here. Oh, Kulwicki again gets a little loose. Problem is he
Still there.
contacted us, so I think he's going to get that run on the inside. We're going to be back out here. He's pushing up
Wow,
against
that's
us, but again,
fast.
not terribly. These two cars are both rivals, so it's going to be real difficult for me to pass them. Although we have the best opportunity to pass them when we get to lap traffic, which is the biggest part about it. 30 laps left in stage number
Still
2.
there.
Was it similar? 35, 36, and 1. So we're going to have, what, 80 laps in stage 3? We've got Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, and Jeff Gordon
there.
battling it out behind us. And again, Kulwicki.
Careful, still there.
Oh, we tapped him a little, and I'm not going to get off the gas. I'm just going to go with it and hope,
Clear all
yeah,
around.
hope we're able to do what I just did, which I just was like, well, if I get on the gas and just hang into the wall, we should be all right, and we were. He's right on us now, pushing us, so there's that.
Still there.
Oh,
inside.
caution flies. That was unexpected. Not sure what happened, but we're in second place on the outside. Again, I don't see Cale
All right,
Yarborough
big spot
anywhere
out
up in
there.
this
Going
group.
green. Almost ready now.
And we do have a car
Keeping
off
inside.
track. Appears to be a car out of the race.
All right, you're clear there.
And Stewart clips our fender, trying to put us out of the race
You
himself.
got room, you're clear there.
That's not going to work out for him, as he's going to lose it and go into the pack behind us. I'm going to see if I can get an idea of who
Car
is...
there on the inside. Clear down low.
Here comes Kulwicki. He bumps us. That's going to send us up. That's Matt Kenseth out of the race, it looks like. Kulwicki with that bump really did a number on us. Tony Stewart dropped back to 5th place after trying to run us off the road, which is good. Jeff Gordon is not a rival, so he won't make any horrible moves to run through us, which is nice. See if I can do some things. I mean, we're running into the 15s now, so if I can gain up on Kulwicki and just hang with him, that'd be awesome for us. He seems to be driving away, though, now that Stewart's not there to prevent him from
20
driving.
more laps, no mistakes.
20 laps left, not a big deal. We will have a pit stop in stage 3, I believe. I mean, obviously, if it goes green. And we're more likely to go green, so that's going to be very interesting for us. It's 30 mile an hour, no big deal. We're on the right side, near, not the back stretch, but the front stretch, so I know that. I don't know if you're always set up that way in NASCAR Heat 5, but it seems like every time I go to practice, I come out, and it yells at me for trying to go into the wrong pit as I'm coming out what I think is properly. So there's 3 of us out here,
Low now.
and
You're clear there.
we have driven away from the pack. Gordon's with me, Kulwicki's up there, but then you've got Bobby Labonte, who's 2.2 seconds back. Taylor Carpenter up in 5th place. What's going on there? Good for him.
Still there inside.
That's actually
You
awesome.
got room, you're clear there.
Kevin Harvick just made the pass, though. I'm just trying to...
Gotta
I'm really
call
just
low
hanging
now.
it all out
Clear low,
there.
clear low.
Gonna look at the tires real quick. I wanted to see where we were at with temps. So we're up in the 250s. We're pushing it because I'm not really using the brake that much. We're gaining up on the back of the pack. You can see him going into the turn number 2 or I'm sorry, 1 or 3, depending on the straightaway we're on. So that's good. And we are gaining on Kulwicki now, even though, well, we're gaining on Kulwicki and we're driving away from Gordon, even though we haven't hit lap traffic yet. So that's a big deal. And I have a feeling that has more to do with just us driving aggressively on our tires and they not driving as aggressive as their tires start to wear.
Careful, still there.
I don't think I can get around Kulwicki without help or without getting to his fender and him turning up into us and it screwing him up. So I think at this point we'll just kind of hang out right here and see if when he gets to Malone, I think that might be Kane in front of Malone. Yeah, when he gets to those two, maybe we'll be able to get around them both. Or get around him and then those two lap drivers. So we're going to go high and he stays low. We're not there yet, but I'm getting ready to make that choice, and it's going to happen right now. Oh, he stays high.
Careful.
We're going higher. And we're going to hang on to the car, and we're gone.
Go.
Take that position away and drive
Clear low,
away.
clear low.
And that, my friends, is how you take first place at Bristol in NASCAR Heat 5. Not in any other NASCAR game, but in here. This was probably one of the more difficult tracks to run at in
Stay high up here. You got room. You're clear.
in Dirt to Daytona. And when we finally got our victory, it was the best thing ever. Oh, wow, Dale Earnhardt back
Still
here
there.
after, making his insane run up on us to kill us. Doesn't make that same move that time.
Still there.
He did on exit. I got a little too... I ran, I did what I had to do. That's all I'm trying to say. I did what I had to do.
Clear low. Still there inside.
Get right up behind Schildhaus.
Still there.
This race is fun for us. Next race will not be. And we'll just take what we can get. But only 6 laps left here in stage number 2. We're in a clearing. I'm not going to speed it up. I mean, it's not worth it. We're going to have a real big speed up in stage 3, I think.
5 to go, driver.
We're not going to be lapping any of those lead cars, except for Earnhardt, which is kind of awesome because that means we don't have to worry about him taking a position from us at any points. I've raced this where I've been in the lead a lot of the race, and then you get a late race restart, and you just don't have what you need to win the race at the end. So I'm not sure if we have that ability at this point, but we're going to do what we can to finish this one out with a win, because by the end of the season, we should be competitive anyway. So if we're in the playoffs, we might be competing for a championship this year, which would be absolutely insane. Not to say it's going to happen at all. I'm getting ahead of myself. We've had a couple lucky races from strategy, and we've had a couple of lucky races because of just the way the races are, like this one where you really are...
Couple more turns.
You get fortunate from the lap traffic and their lack of aggression, although they're much more aggressive with the whatever race mod I put in the game where they'll race 3 wide and things like that, but they're still not super aggressive. Also, next year, maybe even the year after that, if there is a 3rd season, there's going to be a lot more competitiveness as you see these drivers be as good or better than the other AI drivers.
Still there. You took that stage. Good job.
Well, we'll take those stage points. That's for dang sure. Yarborough is in 14th place. We went in first. We came out in first, and Alan Kulwicki, rival, is now back into 4th, which puts us gives us a little buffer.
Car outside. All
Got
clear.
Bobby Labonte, who is not a rival, sitting on our
Clear
outside.
high.
We're going to try to get a really nice drive out of turn number 2. Because I don't want to give up the lead if I can just drive hard. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do this, but we're definitely trying. Here comes
Looking
Gordon.
inside
Nice
now.
run.
You're clear all around there.
They are much more aggressive with their tires early on, I will say that much. Keep it off the wall. Ooh, that
Got
was
one
dangerous.
outside now.
Sorry, Gordon. I was still recovering from sliding out, coming out of 4. And here comes Gordon on the outside. Little contact
Still
with
there?
us, little contact with the wall. Taylor Carpenter
you're
up
clear.
in 3rd place. One of our custom drivers, just like myself, not the greatest car, but he's able to make his way up here and battle it out on the short
Outside, hold
track.
the line. All right, you're clear. Got a car coming inside now.
Here comes Gordon trying again, and we got contact from him, so he shot us up in the wall, and Tony Stewart just absolutely pile drove us.
Got a car coming
And now we've
inside
dropped
now.
way back as he's just
Got a
driving
car
us
coming
into the
inside
wall.
now. Hold
Wow.
the line, got one inside.
Wow. Stewart is just absolutely wrecking my car right now.
All right, you're clear.
There goes Jimmy Johnson. That's going to back up the whole pack up there. And if a caution doesn't come out, we're about to have an insane issue as Stewart continues to bump and bang on us. Got 51 in the tank, 67 in the race. I'm going to finish him off. Get out of my face. We got our work cut out for us to try to get back up into it. Of course, we're still in the top 22, which is our ultimate goal, but Stewart really screwed us over there. What do we have going on here? Just body damage. Wow, 84% aero, though. We got banged up big time there. Thank goodness it's a short track, because we have no mechanical issues, which means we can just drive this thing out. Speaking of driving this thing out, we're going to go ahead and drive it down to about 30 left in the race, and then we'll be back on the mic with you to finish this bad boy out.
Stay high, stay high. Still there. Clear high, bud. You drove your guts out and got a top 10 result.
Are you kidding me? That's just how it be for us. Well, it's all said and done. We are DNF'd by Joey Logano, and here are your final standings for that race. Kurt Busch, Cale Yarborough, Brad Keselowski, Alan Kulwicki, and Jeff Gordon round out your top 5. Matthias Espinoza in 7th place. Taylor Carpenter in 14th place. Malachi Thomas in 15th place. Lane Tibergen in 20th. Sam Long 21st. Bernardo de Oliveira 22nd. AJ Hale 23rd. Eliza Bethel 25th. Bryce Egan 26th. John Perez 27th. Gary Norton 28th. Timothy Mathis 29th. Tyler Stevenson 30th. David Schildhouse 31st. Tiana Holiday 32nd. Michael Chavez 33rd. Max Koss 34th. Casey Kane 35th, Matt Malone 38th, Jeremiah Graham 39th, and we DNF'd in 40th place. In the next episode, it doesn't get any better for us as we'll be running out at Richmond, as I just said right before we got DNF'd. Hopefully we can finish that race because we've got a couple DNFs this season. It's not going great for us. Also, I probably already sent it out. It'll be not in this next race because I'm recording this next race pretty soon, but races starting next physical week will be upgraded drivers. I'm going to send out, after I'm done recording tonight, the upgrades, the points for people to put into their drivers. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this episode, though. I'd like to take a moment out to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.